I think I need another question. I think the mic came unplugged.
All right, Chris, go ahead.
Hey, Alvin, I was just curious your take on how all the Zoom practices and the virtual practices went for you this week. You seemed to play just fine without a hitch, but I was curious what your thoughts were.
Oh yeah, you got to adapt, So obviously I couldn't be there this week for practice. And they had the practice up live streaming. Coach Thomas was mic'd up, talking me through the run looks, the pass looks, everything. And I was talking back and forth with Drew all week. It didn't really affect me too much. I do my best to kind of stay in tune with what's going on, week in and week out. So, I can kind of pick up things on the fly when we're going.
Next one's from Ed Daniels.
Alvin, can you speak to how poorly you felt or you didn't feel poorly during that whole time you were out, and how did you feel?
Yeah, so with me, it didn't really affect me too much. Just taste and smell kind of thrown off a little bit. Other than that, I was fine. No real side effects, no real symptoms. I felt fine out there today, even with being out for that extended period of time. I felt my wind wasn't really affected. Nothing really affected. So, but thankfully, God, thank God for the health, but it's just something that I had to deal with.
Next one's from Luke Johnson.
Hey, Kay, were you kind of sweating out the Saturday, Sunday playoff slot last week? Were you just like, man, I hope they don't put this game on Saturday?
Yeah, I was definitely watching. I'm like, oh, all right, but I got a little source. They hit me and calmed my nerves and told me it was gonna be a Sunday game. So I knew kind of early that it was gonna be a Sunday game. So I was definitely relieved. Wanted to be out here and help the team.
Look, man, you can't tell us that you've got better sources than we do. You're already better.
I might got better sources. The only person that might have better sources than me is Nick. Nick. Every time something dropped, Nick got it.
Hey.
Next one's from Amy Just.
Yeah, it was your first game back, Mike's first game back, but Deontay, it was his first game back too. How big was his performance for y'all today?
Man, Deontay a baller. Anytime he's available, we obviously, we want him on the field, just like Sean said. He's one of those dudes that's special in space, and he can make a lot of things happen. So just getting him more balls and getting him more opportunity to make some plays. It's going to be huge on this stretch.
Next one from Nick Underhill.
Hey, did you feel like it took a little bit to establish a rhythm as an offense, just with some of the new guys coming back?
I don't know. I was just out there in the moment. I feel like sometimes we start a little bit slower than we like to. But like Sean said, we settled in second half. We came out and we did some things that we obviously talked about all week. We got in better position, put ourselves in better position to execute and kind of get our tempo going. So I just gotta watch it, like Sean said, and see. But these guys like me, Mike, Deontay, we've been playing. But guys have missed time for certain things, and nothing changes when you get back. It's just plug and play.
Next one's from Jacques Doucet.
Alvin, are there any other things you can share with us about Deontay? Here's a 5'6" undrafted wide receiver coming out here and making these kind of plays. His work ethic. What can you share about him? Man,
Deontay, he just like when I watch Deontay play, I kind of see a little me. Like he just want to go. Like he's like, all right, well, I'm about to make a play. Whenever I touch the ball, it is what it is. I don't care how big, small. I don't care who's on the other side. It is what it is. I'm about to make a play. The ball is in my hand. So, he just got a lot of will and a lot of heart, and it's backed by skill and hard work.
Next one's from Luke Johnson.
Alvin, is there any good byproduct of being forced to have to sit out week 17? Like did you feel recharged physically, anything like that?
Oh yeah, I got a first round bye. I got a bye week. So, it helps, obviously, just having that downtime. It's like, you have no choice but to sit and recover and kind of like get your body back right. So I felt good, man. I felt good out there today. I feel like I didn't really miss a beat.
Last one's from Amy Just.
Yeah, Latavius, he had a similar touchdown earlier this season where he was, a blocker first and then ended up, bailing Drew out. How big is that when you have a guy who's asked to do everything on a single play and ends up scoring?
Man, it's the job description. You know what I'm saying? We do whatever we got to do within the parameters of the game to be able to put ourselves in position to win. So, he was executing his job, and, he ended up being on the scoring side of it, you know, just benefiting by having a touchdown. So, you know, it was definitely exciting. And I was hyped because I didn't even know he fell and got back up and, you know, was able to get that ball. But, you know, Drew found him and he was able to score. So it was definitely hyped.
Thanks, AK.